Next question, John Harris. When it comes to developing skills, what drills should one focus on first? The no-fail shot or drills like the build drill? I've heard local instructors say if you can land it in a 6x6 square at 15 yards, you're good on the accuracy side. Focus on picking up your speed. Would you say the no-fail shot concept should replace that mindset and that build drill distances should be pushed to develop a combination of both speed and accuracy? So, first sentence, when it comes to developing skills, what drills should one focus on first? Drills are a diagnostic. They can be practiced in order to concentrate on certain speed aspects, but I prefer to break a drill down when I'm trying to get better, because a drill is almost always going to focus on multiple things. Or on the buzzer, turn, draw, shoot twice again. Well, okay. Turn, that's physical movement. Like, if I want to be super awesome, I need to go to a functional movement coach and get out there on the football field with cleats on freaking turf and have that dude break down my fast twitch and my movement. How am I turning? How am I explosively moving my body? So this dude is the subject matter expert on me turning the fuck around. And you're like, whoa, whoa. Yes. Like, yes, that's a thing. Learning how to physically turn 180 degrees most efficiently is one element of that drill. The proper holster draw and presentation, another element of that drill. Accurately engaging the target with the first shot out of the holster, another element of that drill. A second rapid follow-up shot, recoil control, tracking the gun, trigger reset, another element of that drill. Moving to the other target to target, physical movement of the gun with my eyes out in front and driving the gun to where I want it to go, another element of that drill. So if I just keep turning around, draw, shoot two, at some point I'm going to get better at certain aspects of that, and I'm still going to be getting hung up on other aspects of that. Maybe I'm getting the gun out of the holster fast, but my presentation is all wrong and I'm not picking up my sights until way late. So the other three shots that I'm shooting after the turn and the draw are wasted when it comes to my overall performance of being better for that drill. So I don't like training to a drill. I like doing a drill, breaking down what I screwed up, having that come up in my face using the pro timer and the target to keep me honest, and then attacking vigorously that weakness in my shooting skill set. So that first off, that's the whole point. That the entire first sentence was kind of written or structured kind of sketchy. So accuracy always beats speed. Accuracy always beats speed. The only time that accuracy is not going to beat speed is if you are at a distance where the effective gunfire or stabbing or being bludgeoned over the head with a lead pipe, whatever that offensive action against you is, can potentially and has a potentially, we're going from possibility to almost probability that it is going to remove you from the fight before you can fucking circle X that dude. Otherwise, circle X that dude. And I mean, that's it. Like, I can't, all these guys that have won gunfight, like, I didn't see my sights, I was moving, Guess what? That's broken watch twice a day stuff. I've been in rooms where dudes have sustained 10 plus rounds of rifle fire. And in the time that they sustained 10 plus rounds of rifle fire, they were able to shoot more than one person that was shooting them, because none of those rounds of rifle fire were immediately incapacitating. And so when I look at a guy firing an NSR, pow, 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 versus a guy going click, pow, That's the difference between turning a dude off forever. Forever. The last thing that ever went through that dude's mind was your bonded round. That is where it is at. Once you've seen how fast a human's soul will leave their body, you can't ever, ever, ever be an advocate for good enough. I'm okay with good enough outside of dude can hurt me ranges. So a bigger factor of speed versus accuracy is distance, duration, and true danger of the threat that is facing you. How close are you to dying? But the old adage that John Shaw used to say when he was dominating bowling pin shooting and stuff like that back in the early 80s was, if you don't have time to aim, you don't have time to miss. So, what is it going to take to shut this guy down? I'm about to put out another drill that is got an accuracy standard with a handgun that you have to be able to hit an inch. You have to be able to hit a 1-inch pasty at 10 yards on the clock. And people are going to look at that and be like, what the hell? Well, if you can do that in real time, now get your ass moving. Now get his ass moving. Now throw potential no-shoots between you and him where you're threading the needle. If you can make that gun go off when you want that gun to go off and center punch a pasty at 10 yards, you can hit minute of a head. You can and make that shot. One will definitely transfer over to the other. Now, the flip side of that is you can't be Bullseye Dan back at 25 shooting slow fire all the time and expect that you can just magically one day turn on the gas. You have to practice accepting mediocrity to shoot faster. It is a conscious decision that I'm going to give up perfection, because perfection is what you have at the high end of accuracy shooting. Perfection of your fundamentals. What am I going to get away with? What can I get away with at this distance in terms of flashlight picture, jacked up grip coming out of the holster, whatever? What can I accept and still get good enough hits? Frankly, it's one of the reasons why I'm getting into competition. Guys, somebody asked on the thing, why are you back into competition, Chuck? I'm back into competition. And when I say back, like for the first time ever, I'm not back, I'm going into competition. And I went to a competition and I felt a level of stress that I had not been put under while shooting a firearm. Yeah, I've been under a lot of stress. But while shooting a firearm and trying to engage in deliberate problem solving, there was a level of stress there that I had not felt since I was shooting back with the boys. And I realized that it was a complete missing element. The only other thing that was more stressful was turning on a video recorder and having to perform for you guys on demand and not miss to do a drill. Those two things really pushed me and made me think back to a time where I operated in controlled chaos every day. And I honestly think that it has to be a part of your training regimen. It has to. So you've got to have your fundamentals locked down. And that's why if you are self-teaching, that's why I believe that, consistency in the fundamentals is more important than any of the advanced skill sets for a long period of time. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I learned how to shoot because I bought a $2,000 Wilson CQB and $1,000 worth of Dillon 650 progressive reloader, and I started shooting 500 rounds a week. Now, I had the choice between driving 40 minutes and having a membership at an outdoor action shooting place that had shooting bays and I could run around and do whatever, or going to and being confined to a booth and single target 15 minutes away from my house. And I talked to a mentor of mine who was an advanced assaulter, and said, what should I do? I can only afford one of these memberships. My wife will kill me. He goes, take the indoor range. Why? Because you'll go there. Rain or shine, winter, whenever, you will go there and nobody else is going to interrupt your training. Said, will they let you shoot from the draw? Yes, after I show proficiency, yeah. They'll let you rapid fire shoot from the draw and do mag changes. Yes. Okay. You could start worried about multiple target engagements and shooting on the move when you can center punch a 1-inch square at 10 yards out of the holster in sub 2 seconds consistently. That's when you need to move on to all those other things. So I made a conscious decision to only work shooting on the move and multiple target engagements and all that other stuff when I paid extra money or when I shot matches going outdoors. And I locked myself in a booth for 2 hours twice a week. I shot 200 rounds on Tuesdays and 300 rounds on Thursdays. And I did that for over 6 months. And when I got done with that, I was a fucking heart attack. 500 rounds a week for 6 months in a single booth with a single target sorted me out. So, and everything you guys have seen since then is just, that was the foundation. That was the poured concrete that I let sit and set and cure. And then everything else since then has been stacked on that. These guys that try to go to point shooting, they try to go to shooting fast, shooting early, they're building a house on sand.